All right, welcome to GT51. Still talking about my dream pedal board. Up to this point, I've been showing you how I use the dream pedal board and how I program it and the effects, all the effects, then the possibilities you can do with having a switcher like the Boss MS3 and having MIDI control. But I actually used this already in the band rehearsal last weekend. So today is February 10. I'm shooting this video. So we were jamming and I used this and it works. So yeah, that's a good thing. But I was just, in the past videos, I was just showing you different effects, and there were a lot actually that I showed. But normally I don't use a lot of those effects. So in this video, I'll talk about my top 8 essential effects that I will always use live, and I always go back to those effects every time I like program my Boss GT8 back in the day, and every time I do some changes in the pedal board, I always go back to 8 effects that I almost can't do without. But actually I can. You know, this is not a bare minimum effects video. I mean, I could do with just 3 or 4 pedals, like a compressor, a clean sound, and a distortion sound. Actually, when I first started way back in college, I was just using a Boss Metal Zone, only 1 pedal. So I guess I could do with just 1 pedal, 1 effect. But you know, we change and we have preferences now, and we can't do without a delay or a reverb or a compressor. So this is not the bare minimum effects. This is the like top 8 essential effects that I found that I always use. So those effects are compressor and chorus for clean sounds, delay and reverb, they're always on. Excuse me. A distortion for my lead sound, and I have been playing, I have been mucking around with different low gain overdrive, so that's 7, and some kind of boosts, whether it's an EQ boost or I've only used an EQ boost. I never tried those mini pedals that are just boosts, so maybe soon. And the last one is the wah. So all those 8 effects, compressor, chorus, delay, reverb, distortion, overdrive, boost or EQ, and the wah, I always use when I play a song, especially from the Stallions of Burning Church songs. I always use those effects. So in this video, I'll just show you, not as a demo of the Boss MS3, but this is kind of my live patch that because there's a lot of things you can do with this, like different effects, and you can control the looper and the synthesizer via MIDI. But during my live setup or my live when I play a gig, I only use these effects, and this is a practical application of this pedal board. So first off is my clean sound. So compressor and chorus is there, and I always have a short delay and a reverb in the IR200. So compressor is from the Loop 1, which is the Ego 76 compressor. The chorus is built in the MS3. So that's 4 already. By pressing this, I get access to those overdrives. So and if I want distortion, I have this pedal, this low distortion. distortion with chorus. And there's a delay here, a long delay, so that's still a delay. So that's the delay. So distortion overdrive. I have a wah there that I can't quite reach with my foot because there's a camera in the way. But yeah, that's a wah, and I have easy access to that because it's separate. It's before the MS3. So regardless of what patch I'm in or what sound I'm in, I'm using, I can always access the wah. And I think the last, so chorus, compressor, overdrive, distortion, delay, reverb, wah, and last is the boost. So the boost, so as you can see, I've already used up all the 4-foot switches here because this is the switching from a clean sound to a distorted sound. This is my tap tempo for the delay. This is the chorus, and this is the delay for the long delay. Yeah, or I can tap the tempo for that, whatever time it is, depending on the song. So the boost, so there's a reason why I have the IR200 down here so that I can have easy access to these 2 foot switches that are built into the IR200. Because by default, these 2 foot switches function as an up and down for the memory patches in the IR200. So you can switch to a patch number 2, which is a different amp. You can go down to patch number 1, a different sound. But actually, you can set it to any function that you want that is built into the IR200. So I actually changed it, and I've used the down foot switch to turn on the solo boost. So just I think it's a mid and a volume boost, and you can dial in how much solo boost you want. Turn that off, and this one, there's also a built-in EQ in the IR200. Excuse me. So I have this set to turn on the EQ, the up foot switch. So if I want, if it's my time to solo, then I just press either of these foot switches or both if the band is really loud. So yeah, I can boost the volume of my guitar so that my solos can be heard. So those are my top 8 essential effects that I always use live, and I have a patch set to have easy access to any of those effects, and it's practical, it's useful, and it's there. I use it. Yeah.